Sean Diddy Combs, rapper, producer, entrepreneur. From Uptown Records to Bad Boy Entertainment, Diddy's influence on the music industry is undeniable. Beyond music, his ventures into fashion, television, and philanthropy cemented his image as a cultural icon. But now a dark shadow has fallen over Diddy's carefully curated image. A series of shocking allegations threatens to dismantle his legacy. Over 120 individuals have come forward accusing Diddy of sexual abuse. The accusations span decades, painting a disturbing picture of power abused and innocence violated. For years, whispers about Diddy's behavior circulated within the music industry.
Pop was like, so when we gonna get the chance to kick it, like we can just hang out. Why don't we go shopping? I pay for it. And I was like, what the this just
Rumors hinted at a darker side to the music mogul. But fear kept many silent. Then a crack appeared in the wall of silence. What began as whispers escalated into a chorus of accusations too loud to ignore. Their stories share a chilling common thread: the abuse of power and the exploitation of vulnerability. The accusations paint a grim picture of a predator using his power to exploit vulnerable individuals. Many of the accusers were young, aspiring artists eager to break into the music industry. They describe being lured to private parties, hotel rooms, and even Diddy's recording studio under the pretense of career opportunities. Once isolated, they allege that Diddy made unwanted sexual advances, often using coercion and manipulation. One of the most disturbing allegations involves a young boy, just 9 years old at the time, who was allegedly abused during an audition at Diddy's Bad Boy Records studio. The alleged victims, many of whom are now adults, describe the devastating impact of Diddy's alleged actions on their lives. Some abandoned their musical aspirations altogether, their dreams crushed by the experience. The accusations against Diddy, if true, represent a profound betrayal of trust. Representing the alleged victims is attorney Tony Busby. Busby, a high-profile lawyer, is no stranger to taking on powerful figures. Known for his aggressive legal strategies, Busby has vowed to fight tooth and nail for justice for the alleged victims. His presence in the case signals that the accusations against Diddy are being taken seriously. Busby has stated that his team has collected extensive evidence to support the alleged victims' claims. This evidence reportedly includes photos, videos, and eyewitness accounts. The potential for additional accusers to emerge places further pressure on Diddy. The legal battle lines are being drawn, and the evidence collected will play a pivotal role in determining the outcome. The accusations against Diddy, if proven true, could have far-reaching consequences for the music industry. They serve as a stark reminder of the power imbalances that exist within the entertainment world. The case also highlights the importance of believing and supporting alleged victims of sexual abuse. The Diddy case is a watershed moment, forcing a long overdue reckoning within the music industry. In the face of these mounting accusations, Diddy has remained defiant. Through his legal team, he has issued a categorical denial of all allegations against him. His representatives have called the accusations baseless and defamatory. Diddy himself has been relatively quiet, choosing to let his legal team do the talking for now. Diddy's legal team has been actively working to discredit the allegations against him. They have questioned the motives and credibility of the alleged victims. The legal strategy employed by Diddy's team is a familiar one in high-profile cases involving allegations of sexual misconduct. By attacking the credibility of the accusers, they aim to create enough reasonable doubt to sway public opinion. The allegations against Diddy regardless of their outcome in court, have already cast a long shadow over his legacy. The once celebrated music mogul now finds himself at the center of a scandal that threatens to tarnish his reputation. The case has also ignited a broader conversation about the music industry's culture of silence. Diddy's legacy, once seemingly untouchable, now hangs in the balance. The emotional and psychological toll on the alleged victims of Diddy's alleged abuse is immeasurable. Many of these individuals were left feeling betrayed, humiliated, and deeply scarred by their experiences. The alleged victims in this case have shown incredible courage in stepping forward to share their stories. By speaking out, they are not only seeking accountability, but also hoping to empower other potential victims. The accusations against Diddy have sent shockwaves through the music industry. The sheer number of accusers and the gravity of their allegations have forced the industry to confront its own role in perpetuating a system that allowed such alleged abuse to occur. The Diddy case has exposed the dark underbelly of an industry built on power, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of fame and fortune. The music industry is facing a crisis of faith, a reckoning with its own complicity in perpetuating a toxic culture. The Diddy case has ignited a long overdue conversation about the need for systemic change within the music industry. Industry leaders, artists, and fans alike are demanding greater accountability, transparency, and concrete actions to create a safer environment. Calls for stricter codes of conduct, independent reporting mechanisms for victims of abuse, and mandatory training on sexual harassment are gaining momentum. The world is watching, waiting to see if the music industry will seize this moment to enact meaningful change. The legal proceedings against Diddy are still in their early stages, but the wheels of justice are slowly beginning to turn. Busby's team continues to gather evidence and interview potential witnesses. Diddy's legal team is engaged in its own investigation, seeking to discredit the accusations. The court of public opinion, however, is already in session, with social media abuzz with discussions about the case. As the legal battle drags on, the alleged victims are left to grapple with the emotional toll of their experiences and the uncertainty of the future. Many are still struggling to come to terms with the alleged abuse they endured, while others are finding strength and solace in sharing their stories and supporting one another. The case serves as a stark reminder of the long-lasting impact of sexual abuse and the importance of providing support and resources to survivors. The music industry, too, is undergoing a period of introspection and self-reflection. The accusations against Diddy, along with similar allegations against other powerful figures in the industry, have forced a long overdue reckoning with the systemic issues that have allowed abuse to flourish for far too long. The path forward remains uncertain, but the hope is that this case will serve as a catalyst for meaningful change, creating a safer and more equitable industry for all. The world waits with bated breath, watching as the legal system slowly grinds forward, hoping that justice will be served and that the truth, whatever it may be, will ultimately prevail. The allegations against Sean Diddy Combs stand as a stark reminder that fame, fortune, and a carefully crafted public persona can sometimes conceal a much darker reality. The man who once embodied the pinnacle of hip-hop success now finds his legacy shrouded in the shadow of these accusations. Whether or not he is ultimately found guilty in a court of law, the sheer volume and disturbing nature of the allegations have irrevocably altered the public's perception of him. The music industry, often lauded for its glamour and cultural influence, is being forced to confront its own complicity in perpetuating a culture that allowed such alleged abuse to fester for decades. The whispers that circulated for years have now become a deafening roar, demanding accountability and a dismantling of the power structures that protect abusers. The road ahead is uncertain both for Diddy and for the industry he helped shape. The legal battles may be protracted, the arguments nuanced, but the fundamental question remains, will justice be served? And perhaps more importantly, will this case serve as the catalyst for real, lasting change, ensuring that the voices of the vulnerable are heard and that the pursuit of dreams doesn't come at the cost of safety and dignity? The Diddy case, like the countless other allegations of abuse that have rocked various industries in recent years, serves as a potent reminder that silence is a powerful enabler. For too long, victims of abuse have been silenced by fear, intimidation, and the knowledge that their abusers often hold positions of power and influence. But the tide seems to be turning. The courage of those who have come forward to share their stories, often at great personal risk, is inspiring a cultural shift. There's a growing recognition that the responsibility to eradicate abuse lies not just with the perpetrators, but with all of us. We must foster a culture where victims feel safe to come forward, where their voices are heard and believed, and where accountability is the norm, not the exception. The road to justice may be long and arduous, but it is a journey we must undertake together. The echoes of unspoken truths are reverberating through our society, demanding that we confront these uncomfortable realities and work towards a future where power is never again allowed to silence the voices of the vulnerable. The Diddy case is a stark reminder that the pursuit of justice is an ongoing process, a fight that demands our unwavering attention and commitment. It is a fight we cannot afford to lose. Show some love by liking, sharing, and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. It's Docu Boss, peace and love.